Hey, yo, Putin, what you saying? What it do, Ski? It's your boy Phil34. Today, guys, we're checking out I was gonna say The Office for some reason. That's so odd. I'm not watching The Office today. Maybe it's because the last episode was hilarious, having it titled "It's Good to Be King," featuring our good old boy Mayborn, who's really changed. And this was the first time we had seen him. You know, I think it was since season 5 or something along those lines. I thought it was a really enjoyable episode. Also, a lot of technological advancements involving ancient technology. We had a little PJ involved. We did some time shenanigans that we retrieved, and it sort of was off screen with regards to the PJ. I'm excited to see what's gonna go on today. So with that being said, y'all, as always, don't forget to smack the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. With that being said, let's get right into it. Previously,
SG-1. So you guys are ex-NID.
You know, I was gonna call the NID the gold of Earth, but I think they're more the Tok'ra of Earth.
You can't do that.
Okay, let's see how it's going today. Heineken. Jack's got good taste. Oh, and I think we're in for a Civvy episode? Or a murder plot! You stay strapped, my boy. It's either Teal'c with quesadillas, or someone's got a message for him.
Bad news. You're out of scotch.
Never mind. It's Kinsey with
Well, if I'd known you were
scotch.
coming.
If you'd known I was coming, I doubt I'd made it through the door. I'm not wanted for any crimes.
Breaking and entering?
Jack.
Yeet!
Now you can listen to what I have to say.
Oh,
For
swift.
God's sake. You need to start trusting me, Jack.
No, I really don't.
Yes, you really do. The fate of the planet depends on it.
It's not the first time he's heard that before. I'm not getting the vibe he's yo kappa capping today. Also, nice photo of Charlie in the back.
I was just checking on Friday, making sure we're still on for poker. Yeah, you bet. I'll bring the beer. You've got 3 minutes. Before I shoot you as an intruder in my home.
Same old Jack O'Neill. Although I hear you're a general now. Congratulations. All right, Jim. Straight to the point. You want to take down the trust. I can help you.
You guys were
It's kind of
working
meta.
together.
After I was forced to resign as vice president, my relationship with the organization changed.
Meaning you were no longer useful, so they kicked you out on your ass.
That's a rather crude way of putting it, but I suggested a nice public venue.
So what did he get to spook him?
The trust wants me to arrange a meeting with General Miroslav Kisellev.
I thought they already had connections with the Russian military.
This isn't just a connection. Kisellev exercises operational authority over all of Russia's armed forces, including
The gate.
their nuclear arsenal. Growing sentiment in Moscow that we haven't been keeping up our end of the bargain.
You think they're trying to turn the Russians against us?
From what I hear, after you put a crimp in their little plan to use symbiote poison to wipe out the GOA'ULD, there's been a change of attitude. They're no longer willing to stay in the shadows, and you may question my methods, but everything I did was for God and country. Well, that's just something I can't condone.
Kinsey, please, spare me the diatribe. They kicked you when you were down, and you want revenge. It's as simple as that.
The truth is, my motives are irrelevant. The trust has become an imminent threat to the sovereignty of this nation.
He receives
What would happen if
intel.
the trust actually convinced the Russians to back
He has to assess the threat.
Well, it would be a problem.
up? This could be our chance to get somebody on the inside, infiltrate the organization.
You want me to wear a wire?
That's the deal.
I am not a spy.
If you don't do what they want,
They'll kill you.
they'll kill you. If you don't do what we want,
We'll kill you.
we'll let them.
Aw.
Just as good as pulling
You
the trigger
can't say
yourself. I
that.
thought Stargate Command didn't do that sort of thing.
Well, We're under new management.
Sorry, let me just make sure I'm recording.
Got a picture.
The buckle contains a GPS receiver unit that'll allow us to track your movements.
When we're done, I want that back.
My guess is they'll have you leave your car, and then they'll drive you to a second location where the actual meeting will take place. I'd suggest we come up with a pre-established signal, preferably a code word that'll let us know you're in trouble.
Come try it.
How about something simple like help?
How about something a little less obvious, like red? Let them do the talking.
Get out of my way. I know what to do.
I feel like this is a tutorial level for like a stealth game.
You're late. You're kidding, right?
Afraid no.
He could like almost take that off with himself, no? If he like messes around with his neck, his mouth.
Understood.
Are they lazy and didn't want to get face masks? Like, oh yeah, whole yeah.
So how long is this sightseeing trip gonna last?
Was it Bubba's?
It stopped.
Side note, I give it a decade and a half until we find out that the Stargate's real. IRL.
This way.
I got this cigarette.
Bob,
Sorry,
good
not
to see you
cigarette.
again. Sorry about the blindfold.
Cigar man.
What can we get you to drink?
What are you having?
Vodka tonic?
You were a liability, Bob. An embarrassment.
I think you've got that backwards. I was only forced to resign as vice president because they found out about my relationship with you.
Either way, you were no longer useful to us.
I don't think you want to hear those
You would
words.
have done the same.
But you've already made it clear that you need me, so I don't have anything to worry about, do I?
Watch out for that scotch, bruh.
We're losing video.
It's true, we do need you. But not for what you think.
They jamming us?
I don't know.
Hey yo, what's in the box? Hello?
This is why we need you, Bob.
What could it be? What? What could fit in a box that would make him so freaked out?
Teal'c, we've lost audio. Move in.
What would it be? What would freak him out? Can't be a replicator. He doesn't know what that is. Replicator can fit in that box.
Can't get past the interference.
Can't be a symbiote. I don't think he'd freak out at a symbiote. I don't know. What would freak him out like that? I mean, he had time to drink his scotch.
This is starting to become a habit. If the Alcash is in orbit, they must have fixed the cloak because SSN hasn't picked them up.
And it's only fair that if we receive some pretty big buffs in season 6 and 7, that our enemies and people who are against us, even on Earth, also receive buffs. So, tick for tat, you know what I'm saying?
There were a few small anomalies emanating from the ship's position before it decloaked. They didn't register because we didn't know to look for them. But I could create a program that would key the sensors to those particular readings.
I was just going to suggest that. Of 1,000,000 to 1.
Couple thousand?
Maybe 10,000 to 1.
Take that.
Improvement? Yeah.
I'll need a few hours to create the program.
I have to pick up my dry cleaner.
You're on a flight to Moscow in half an hour.
I am.
Yes, you are.
Uh-huh.
Colonel Chekhov's people will meet you there.
Jack, they know we're on to them. They may just abort the mission.
Now, the way Kinsey was talking, it sounds like they're looking for a big score here.
And what if he won't cooperate with them?
Kinsey will do what's best for Kinsey.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll stop pausing here, but I just feel like making the comment. Episode is pretty interesting with the fact that we're just seeing a lot of, they're really letting, I guess, some of those, these minor sort of conversations sort of stretched out, and I feel like I'm tuning in real time to the show. You know, things aren't super high paced. They're sort of going into like small nitty gritty details. Daniel doesn't have much to do, so he's like, I'm just gonna get my laundry. Like, I thought of that making this comment before he said that, but I thought that leaned into it so well. And it's also nice to see Jack having to just make the calls and seeing the team, 8 seasons deep now, evolving, right? Jack going through these leadership roles and seeing how they as a team and a squad are working together now after all these years. It's really nice. I appreciate some of what they're doing this episode. Jack having to make these calls, stressed out. I guess looking at some of the more nitty gritty details, right? Other than just going gating and in a mission, right? I like seeing that stuff.
Sorry, download.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, Putin, what you saying?
Hi, I'm here to see Captain Voronkov.
There is no Captain Voronkov here.
Oh, that's strange. The guy down the hall said it.
I am Captain Voronkova, Daria Voronkova.
Sorry, I was told I would be meeting Colonel Chekhov's right-hand man, so naturally I...
For my part, I expected a drab, pasty-faced middle-aged academic. I too am pleasantly surprised.
Я, конечно, понимаю, у меня очень, у меня нет практики.
Okay, we stick to English then.
Roasted!
I will be your guide. Whatever you wish to do while you are in Moscow, you will ask me first. I will take care of it. Don't worry, you will acquire taste.
Oh boy, we know where this is going. The Danny effect. He has a way with women. He has a proven track record of this show.
What's going on? The Russians have gone to a heightened state of alert.
Why?
We're trying to find out. President's called a meeting for the Joint Chiefs. We're at DEFCON 3.
Must be pretty well connected to getting to see him this quickly. What do you know about him?
General Miroslav Kiselov graduated with a gold medal from Malinovsky Tank Academy, received the Hero of Russia for his distinguished leadership in Chechnya.
So you've heard of him.
Where are the doors?
Kisel-
This is how you get assassinated. This is... Oh, sorry. I hate myself sometimes.
Товарищ полковник.
Этот американец, который хочет видеть генерала Киселова,
Так точно.
он задержан для допроса.
My boy!
You all right? Okay, get back to me when you know something. Yeah, send him in.
Welcome back, sir.
General?
Colonel, I was hoping you could shed some light on the situation here. We can't seem to get a straight answer from your government.
But my sources in the Kremlin tell me the Russian military is increasing its alert status because they think the American administration has been compromised.
All in good time. Please roll up your sleeve.
Excuse me?
We need a sample of your blood.
Excuse me? They're dead ass? Absolutely not.
Either you cooperate, or we will take it by force.
Is this a normal part of your interrogation procedure?
Depends what you wish to know.
Question.
Ow. What do they want to know? Is this cloning
We
shit?
made a nice deal at Analysis.
Either something to do with like clones running rampant and we don't know about it, or
What's going on?
because he
Why do
ascended.
you wish to see General Kiselov? You see, earlier today we managed to uncover a plot against the general's life.
Oh,
Luckily, we captured the assassin before he could make his move. I believe you know him.
Kinsey.
Robert Kinsey, former Vice President of the United States of America.
That's insane. Why would Kinsey want to kill General Kiselev?
I'm afraid Mr. Kinsey isn't exactly himself these days.
Gould.
By stopping me, you have only delayed the inevitable.
That makes sense.
Is doomed.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Huh?
According to Toker intelligence, the Trust launched at least 2 poison attacks against Goa'uld-occupied worlds after we took back the gate. That means they had to leave the relatively safe confines of the solar system and head out into the galaxy, where they ran the risk of being killed or captured, with high-level connections to some of the most powerful governments and institutions on this planet, including the SGC, Area 51, and maybe even the ancient outpost in the Antarctic.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think they have been taken as hosts and sent back to Earth?
I think it's possible. By now, the entire trust could have been taken over.
Oh my
But
god.
why would the GOA'ULD want to assassinate General Kiselev?
We don't know for sure that was the plan. But
could have replaced him.
Right. Kinsey might have been trying to get a snake into Kiselev's head.
Ah, they got a
From
secret
Kislev,
invasion
one step
plot
up to the
going
President
on.
of Russia.
Well, my government feels that it is the American administration that has been infiltrated by the GOA'ULD.
we go.
And they are insisting that everyone in key positions, including the president, must submit for testing.
Jack's not for mandatory
Then we have a
testing.
problem.
Thank you for getting me out of there.
It wasn't easy.
Yes, and he's feeding them a pack of lies. He's telling them the American administration has been infiltrated because he wants to force a confrontation.
Yep.
To what end?
I don't know. That's why we need to talk to him.
Dosta.
Language.
I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, stay here.
Sir, just received another report. As of 0912, the Chinese military have joined the Russians in an elevated state of alert.
Hey, yo.
Naturally.
General, I've been talking to my contacts in the Kremlin. They tell me President Mikhailov is not happy with the situation, but is under considerable pressure from... If I can convince enough of them to take a united stand against escalation, it could give our president sufficient leverage to consider other options.
And if Kiselov finds out you're going around him, it could make things worse.
At this point, I don't believe we have much choice.
Right.
Quite the character progression.
So I'm guessing you work for the System Lords, am I right? No, you're not working for Baal. He's too busy conquering the galaxy to bother with an unimportant planet like Earth. Gotta hand it to you, though. Your territories are falling one by one. Your troops are in full retreat, and you last-ditch attempt to take us with you before Baal finishes you off. I told her the System Lords aren't that pathetic.
Was pathetic. You will die never knowing our true purpose.
What is it?
So there is a hidden agenda.
Give me something.
Making progress now, aren't we?
Well, then Daniel have fun this season.
Yeah. The Chinese are refusing to back down, and gosh and golly, go figure, we're picking up increased chatter from within Russia.
I'm still waiting to hear back from my contacts in Moscow.
And I just talked to the Joint Chiefs.
Oh.
We're going to DEF CON 2.
Sure, the System Lords think that if they can get us
Yellow
to wipe
bugs.
themselves out, they can just step right in and take it. They're probably right. But what I don't understand is you. Why are you so willing to sacrifice yourself?
I assure you.
If you do succeed in starting a nuclear war, you're going to die right along with the rest of us.
Daniel?
Unless there's something I'm missing.
FL SATCOM sent out an emergency action message. 9 of our missile submarines are at sea, and the rest are preparing for immediate sortie.
Oh my god.
The president and his team are on the way to Andrews, where the National Airborne Command Post is awaiting their arrival.
It's pretty bad.
General Kiselev found out we were trying to rally support against him.
Killing you just sitting there not bragging about your brilliant plan.
We have to get out of here now.
Why, what is it?
They're coming for us.
Who?
You are too late.
Where are we going with this?
The dude by Stoti Delish.
Get beam dip. Nice.
I think not.
If you do not cooperate, I will kill you.
Don't you realize what you have done? The Russians already suspect that you've been compromised by the GOA'ULD. As far as they know, you helped me to escape.
Well, what was the alternative? Letting Jackson just get rid of with bullets?
Listen up, people. I just got word. The Russians have gone to a state of full military preparedness. We're at DEF CON 1.
Hey, yo. This is not good. We have reached Defi Uno.
No doubt view my abduction as an attempt to hide evidence that your government has been infiltrated by the GOA'ULD.
Yeah, see, that's the part I don't understand. The whole time you were down there, you were doing your best to start a nuclear war, even though you were right in the line of fire. Now you want to go back?
He has a way out. Take him to the brig.
I kind of have a hard time believing this isn't a
All our naval forces
two-parter.
have been deployed, and We've got some pretty big birds in the air right now.
Your sea-based missiles are already in a position to exact extreme retribution.
Yeah, that's only if he doesn't completely lose his mind. And I'm not discounting that possibility.
As acting commander-in-chief of the Russian armed forces, President Mikhailov is our only hope of reeling him in.
Well, we can't get through to him. He's not even taking calls from the White House anymore.
He is convinced the GOA'ULD now control the American administration.
Love this one
I
take.
know a few people on his personal staff. I may be able to get the direct line. But if we do make contact, we'll only have a few minutes to convince him that General Kiselev has been misled by the GOA'ULD. And right now, I don't see how we're going to do that.
Times are stressful on planet Earth.
We're in position. Have they detected our presence? No.
Alright. Shots fired. Jesus. 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 Does that make that guy the first dude shot in space in a spaceship? On Earth? From Earth? Oh.
Colonel Ruslan Chernovshev. He was Kiselev's chief of staff, his right-hand man. 3 years ago, he was involved in a plot to sell a captured symbiote to elements of the Trust, then operating within the NID. And this was taken less than a week ago during a speech he gave at the General Staff Academy.
It's a different dude, dog.
Notice the difference?
Glasses.
May I see that?
Sir, I think Kiselev's a GOA'ULD. I think he has been all along.
He's gonna run out of bullets. He should be nearly out now.
Hey. How do we know Mikhailov hasn't been infected, too?
We don't. But at this point, we hardly have anything to lose.
It's true, there has been a GOA'ULD infiltration. But it's not on our side, it's on yours. Let me put it this way, sir. The last time you saw General Kiselev.
Oh, you're about to go, dog.
I'm pleased you were able to use my diversion to free yourself. Do you think I'm a fool? We were merely...
Open fire all batteries!
Yes, sir.
Yo, there's a lot of things going on right now, huh?
Proof of Colonel Chernovshev's prior relationship with the Trust. Plus a list of generals who are willing to support you should you decide to move against General Kiselev.
I must say, I'm not sure what to make of all of this.
Well, we both know neither side can win outright with a first strike. And that's the whole point.
Sir, NPIC is reporting visuals from Russian missile site 537.
Oh god.
Silo doors are open. Evidence of a firefight on the ground.
God damn it.
Kiselev is trying to launch without authorization.
Mr. President, you are about to lose control of your own forces right now.
Oh my goodness. This is stressful, guys. Not gonna lie.
Sir, the Al-Qash is no longer making evasive maneuvers or returning fire. We have a clear shot.
Take him out.
Alright, Al-Qash has been blown. See ya. Guess Jack's being stress tested right here.
Give me Washington.
General, wait.
We're out of time, Colonel.
Please.
Silo doors are closing.
Russian bombers are turning around and returning to base.
Victory! Or I was vibing to that. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess that was a resolution, right? Ships destroyed. Stand down, de-escalation. A little abrupt, but not terrible. Honestly, that was a pretty clean cut ending.
Bruh, chill.
And that was my reaction video to Stargate SG-1 season number 8, episode number 14, y'all. This one was titled Full Alert, and we hit DEFCON number 1. Jack O'Neill was stress tested as general here. I actually thought this was a really nice episode. It felt rather packed. I enjoyed the structure to this one. I even appreciate how they decided to end it off. It was like sort of a right at the heat of the moment. They think things are going to turn to nuclear war, and as the Russian commanders are losing control after destroying the Al-Qash, things subsided. And I think that was actually a pretty cool ending to this episode. And I also really enjoyed how they jam-packed a lot of political elements. Obviously, the Russians and China, Not to mention Daniel even going over to Russia too. So we have this sort of like international aspect to this episode. Like I mentioned, I really did enjoy some of the lingering and sort of the lingering moments within some of those interactions this episode, from the smaller to larger scales, and seeing things slowly escalate over time. I thought that was really dope and well done this episode. I love some of the tracking shots. Not to mention, I did enjoy seeing the character of Kinsey return, right? And unfortunate that he turned into a Goa'uld. That being said, I think they wrapped up and brought up this idea of the trust. I feel like the trust story arc, though, so far has been kind of odd, and they kind of just sneakily brought it up and have been incorporating it recently in season 8. That being said, I thought this was probably the most prominent episode that we've had with them. A story that felt pretty full, whole, I guess, with the trust. Carter kind of got sidelined a little bit here. We didn't have her doing all too much, but, you know, still an integral part of the episode. Daniel got some pretty good time to shine, and Jack, like I said, had quite a lot of things to do this episode, and I think Jack had like consistently just really cool, keel, funny deliveries the entire episode, which I think were a nice standout. I enjoyed the slower pace of this episode, but also the tension that came along with, you know, speed running through the DEFCONs, right? And now this is an interesting question about, you know, like the ghouls infiltrating Earth, sort of like Secret Invasion style, right? How, you know, how long has this been going on for? And I think it was a pretty interesting storyline for Stargate SG-1, and this is something that I'm surprised they managed to make this work in a 40 you know, 3-minute episode that felt long, but jam-packed at the same time, but didn't feel overstuffed, didn't feel rushed, took their time. I thought this was a pretty solid episode of Stargate SG-1. Now, did I love it? Maybe not love it, but I thought it was like a pretty solid episode of the show. With that being said, guys, that was Stargate SG-1 season number 8, episode number 14. This one was full alert. What did you think about this one, guys? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this one, definitely be sure to smack the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that being said, beautiful people, I will see you all in the next one. Love you guys.